Hi everyone, let's talk about how to solve this quiz so you can do your requiz on Thursday. As you're watching this video, you're going to need to answer the questions that appear on the Canvas page. So first, let's read it. A grain silo has straight sides that are 50 feet tall, topped by a dome of 20 feet. A ladder runs up one side. So we're going up one side there, over the top, and back down the other side. So if we look here at where is it actually going to be going, it goes up one side. That's 50 feet, all right, 50. It goes over this side. We don't know how far that is. And then it goes down the other side, which is another 50 feet. So the problem is, how do we find out this part here, which is half a circle? So before we can find half a circle, we have to find the whole circle. So number 1 says, calculate the circumference of a circle with a diameter of 20 feet. Show how to do the work in the space. So we first have to do a circle with a diameter of 50 feet. We first have to find a circle with a diameter of 20 feet. So here's a circle. And there's the diameter of 20 feet. How do we find the circle, the length of the circle around, when the diameter is 20 feet? We know that it's very, very easy to do. To find the circumference, all we do is take the diameter and times it by pi. Pause and answer that question. How do we find the circumference of a circle? It's diameter times pi. So let's figure out this. Here's our diameter is 20, and all we do is times it by pi. That's it. That's why we learn this, because it's easy to do. If we didn't know how to do it, it would be very hard. But we know that all we have to do is times it by pi, and we get the circumference. And that's what we learned, and that's what we're going to do. So 20 times pi is 62.8. So that tells us that the circumference, the circumference is 62.8. And that's the answer to number 1. Now that we have the answer to number 1, next we're going to calculate the length of half a circle. So we want to know if the whole circle is 62.8, what would be, in purple, what would be half the circle? In other words, what is half of 62.8? And again, we know that to do half of something, all we do is divide by 2. Again, how do we do half of something? We divide by 2. So that's it. We're going to take 62.8 and divide it by 2. The answer is 31.4. Notice that's all we did. Take half it, we divide it by 2. So we found the whole circle, easy, times it by pi, and got 62.8. That's the answer to number 1. Answer to number 2 was 31.4. We just took 62.8 and cut it in half. So that means this piece is 31.4. And all that's left now is to say, how far is it up, around, and down? There's only 3 pieces there, up, around, and down. So we're going to go 50 plus 31.4 plus 50, and we get 131.4, and that's the answer for number 3. You see, it's actually very easy, and they guide us through the whole step of the way. Step 1, we don't have to memorize it because they tell us. Step 1, find the circumference of the whole circle, the diameter of 20. How do we do that? Times by pi. Next, we take our answer and we find half of it because it's half a circle. How do we find half of something? Divide by 2. Next, we add all the parts together, up 50, around, and down. How did we do it? We added it. And that gives us our total answer. Please come back on Thursday, and we're going to have a different problem with a different quiz, but it'll break it up for you this way, and I know you can do it. Just make sure you know how to find the circumference of a circle, times by pi. That's all. Nothing else, nothing else, nothing else, just times by pi. How do you find half of something? Just, or a third of something, a fourth of something, just divide. That's it. Nothing else, nothing else. And then add the parts together. You can do this. See you later. Bye-bye.